morning, students. Yesterday, from 15th group elements, general physical characteristics discussed. Along with that, general chemical properties also introduced. So, general chemical properties, one is hydrides, oxides, halides, and with metals. So, these are general chemical characteristics. In them, what correct compounds of 15th group elements are there in your NCERT, in detail, separate study, let us discuss. Clear, na? So, general chemical characteristics, wherever they may ask the question. Sir, so and so, halide is not there in our NCERT. But that halide under general chemical characteristics we are discussing. Therefore, they may have right to ask the question. Clear, na? So, about that compound we are not having in our NCERT, but general chemical characteristics are there, na? So, in them they may ask. So, for which you should be get ready. Yesterday, hydrides introduced. Clear, na? All MH3 type of hydrides are able to form. MH3 type of hydrides. Directly, these nicogens reacts with hydrogen under imposed conditions to give the respective MH3 type of hydrides. In them, NH3, PH3, ASH3, SBH3 and BiH3. Clear, na? As we move down the group, in case of hydrides, the B and H, that is Bi and H are MH, in which H size will be same, but nicogen size is increasing. As the size variation between the bonded atoms increases, attractive force decreases. Here what I am telling, here NH3, PH3, ASH3, SBH3 and BiH3, ammonia, phosphine, arsen, stibine and bismuthine. Clear, na? In them, this nitrogen is like this, hydrogen is in this way. Phosphorus and hydrogen, arsenic and hydrogen, antimony hydrogen and bismuth hydrogen. Hydrogen size will be same, but whereas the nicogen size go on increasing now. So therefore, between this here to here, whatever the distance is there, the bond length between nicogen and hydrogen, as we move down the group, in these hydrogens increases. If the bond distance is increasing, attractive force between the nicogen and hydrogen decreases. Whatever that MH bond length is there, it decreasing, that this H go out as H plus readily, na? H will go out as H plus. Suppose here, sir, it is metal, it only eliminate as H plus and this hydride as H minus. Actually, all hydrides calling is technically not correct, because it is the metal. Metal hydrogen is metal hydride, okay. But non-metal hydride is not non-metal with hydrogen, not hydride. Here non-metal only more electronegative. This H will be less electronegative. Therefore, this more electronegative only will take a bond pair of electron from hydrogen. At that time, this H will become as H plus, not H minus. Therefore, calling of hydrides will be technically not correct, but hydrogen compounds are called as hydrides. In that way, in books also they are telling. Clear, na? So, here whatever MH bond length is there, as we move down the group, increases, thus breaking, to dissociate, to break this NH bond, energy required will be less. For ammonia is more, and whereas for bismuthine is less. One concept. Other will be on central atom, here lone pair of electrons are there. Due to presence of lone pair of electron on central atom, like nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. NS2, NP3, na? NP3, PX, PY, PZ3 unpaired electrons make the bond. This NS2 as a lone pair will exist on central atom. Right? So, here all these nicogens can lose an electron pair. According to Lewis acid base theory, electron pair donor is Lewis base. Correct? Now, here Lewis basic strength they may ask. As we move down the group, Lewis basic strength decreases. Right? Here weak base, it is strong base. Here size will be less. Therefore, the lone pair of electrons sitting on lower size central atom will be difficult, whereas larger size perfectly it will sit. Right? If it is perfectly located, to go out will be difficult. Here it can easily move outside. Thus, as we move down the group, basic character decreases. NH3 is strong base, whereas BH3 is weak base. Clear na? And next, stability if you consider. Ammonia, due to presence of hydrogen bond. Due to presence of hydrogen bond is more stable. Ammonia is more stable, and down the group the stability decreases, because here reactivity is increasing now, breaking down of MH bond will be more, thus down the group the stability decreases. Suppose hybridization, if you check, all the central atoms undergo sp3 hybridization, MH3 type of hydrides, MH3 type of hydrides, around the central atom 3 atoms are attached. Then central atom group number is 5, fifth A, 5, and valency of the central atom is 3 na. Hydrogen is a monovalent. 3 monovalents are bonded with a central metal. Thus the central metal valency is 3. So 5 minus 3 divided by 2. 3 are bond pair, 1 is lone pair. 3 are bond pair, 1 is lone pair. Total pairs of electrons 4. Total pairs of electrons, 3 bond pair with 1 lone pair, 4 total pairs of electrons. 1 pair enter into S and remaining 3 enter into 3p orbitals. Thus sp3 hybridization. sp3 hybridization with lone pair of electrons, deviated, not original. According to Vesper theory we covered. Valence shell electron pair repulsion theory we covered. So therefore here total 4 pairs of electrons in which 1 lone pair, original structure will not exist. So deviated from 1 lone pair, trigonal pyramidal. All are trigonal pyramidal. Right? Bond angle, here ammonia is around 107 or 107.5 degrees, whereas phosphine 92 degrees, 91 degrees, 90 degrees. So almost at 90 degrees range. These are gases, it is a liquid. That liquid state of ammonia is due to presence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Here intermolecular hydrogen bonding is there, therefore it is a liquid, associative in nature, possess high boiling point, expected se zyada boiling point raheta, possess high boiling point, and bond angle also 107.5 degrees, whereas remaining individual gaseous molecules bond angles are around 90 degrees. Clear na? So these are general chemical characteristics of hydrides of 15th group elements. Clear na? Their preparation, you have only ammonia in your syllabus, thus preparation of ammonia we have to discuss. Right? Properties, preparation of ammonia. But this general trend, whatever I am telling in chemical properties, they may ask even for BiH3 also. Clear na? So these are hydrides. And next, before going to discuss oxides, one general concept we should possess: oxidation states. Oxidation states of possible oxidation states of these group elements. Oxidation states. Oxidation states -3 exhibits. -3 +3 +5. Bit of common. Then -2 -1 -1/3 0 +1 +2 +4 also possible. Along with these 3, here -2 -1 -1/3 0 +1 +2 +4 also possible. Now -3 in metal nicosanides, calcium nitride, calcium phosphide, magnesium bismuthide, zinc antimonide. Right? Either Zn zinc antimonide, that is Zn3Sb2. Calcium nitride, correct? According to criss-cross principle, you come to know nitrogen is -3, antimony is -3, bismuth -3. In that metals are +2. Cation charge density goes to anion, anion charge density comes to cation. Thus here zinc antimonide, in which this is with -3, it is with -3, so on. Now +3 you come to know, many are there +3, NF3 or NCl3, NF3 or NCl3, in which positive oxidation number of nitrogen, or else N2O3, N2O3, or else HNO2, oxidation number of nitrogen will be +3. Now +5 if you come, HNO3 +5, N2O5 +5, clear na? Nitrogen with oxygen possible, NF5 not possible. Here N2O5 is possible, HNO3 is possible with +5. Means with oxygen nitrogen can exhibit +5 group number oxidation state, but with fluoride it is not possible. Why? Here also absence of d orbitals are there. Oxygen is absence of d orbital. Similarly, fluorine also absence of d orbital. Here nitrogen is absence of d orbital. Here also same. In this case also nitrogen is absence of d orbital. NF5 if you take, in NF5 also absent of d orbital. Here F is monovalent, O is divalent. That divalency can be satisfied by sigma approach 1 simultaneously pi approach 1, right? Simultaneously pi approach 1, sigma approach is 1, whereas fluorine no pi, it is a monovalent. Complete 5 unpaired electrons are required from nitrogen. From nitrogen 5 unpaired electrons not possible, clear na? From nitrogen 5 unpaired electrons excitation not possible. Suppose in case of oxides, if it could not undergo excitation, also the pair, this lone pair whatever is there, lone pair as a dative bond it can able to involve, so that +5 oxidation number exhibited, here +5 of NF5 not possible, it could not able to form, that is +5 oxidation state. In that way if you go, next very easy, PCl5, H3PO4, phosphorus, so on if you go you will get. But BiF5 is possible, BiF5 is possible, remaining halides are not possible. BiCl3 not possible, BiBr3, Br5 not possible, BiCl3 possible, BiCl5 not possible, BiBr5 not possible, BiI5 also not possible. Nothing but halides, pentahalides by bismuth only fluorine could able to form, but remaining halides are no. No chlorine, no bromine, no iodine due to less electronegativity. And here bismuth inert pair effect will be there. Due to presence of inert pair effect, higher oxidation number is highly unstable. Right? Impossible बोल के नहीं है, highly unstable. Possible by fluorine ना? So +5 oxidation number exhibited by bismuth with only F. Clear na? And next come to here, hydrazine, NH2 NH2. NH2 NH2 is hydrazine, is a catenating element. Compare with carbon group, catenation power will be less, but NN bonds are there. So now NH2 NH2, hydrazine, nitrogen is with -2 na? 4 hydrogens plus 4, 2x, 2 nitrogens are there, 2x plus 4 equal to 0, 2x equal to -4, x equal to -2 na? So hydrazine -2, whereas -1 if you come, -1 in which case, NH2OH, 3 hydrogens plus 1, 1 oxygen minus 2, 3 hydrogens plus 1 into 3 plus 3, 1 oxygen minus 2 plus 3 minus 2 plus 1, x plus 1 equal to 0, x equal to minus 1. Correct? NH2OH, hydroxylamine, one of the hydrogen replaced with a hydroxyl group. Hydroxylamine, that hydroxylamine in which nitrogen is with a minus 1 oxidation state. If you come here, hydrozoic acid or azides, sodium azide NaN3 or N3H, hydrozoic acid. Actually N3H se bhi HN3 is better, because left side lower electronegative atom, it is X, here it is plus 1, here minus, that is plus 3x, plus 1 plus 3x equal to 0, 3x equal to minus 1, x equal to minus 1 by 3 na. So in hydrozoic acid, here nitrogen is with minus 1 by 3 oxidation number. It is elementary form 0. Suppose come to the plus 1, N2O or else H2N2O2. H2N2O2 is hyponitrous acid. Hyponitrous acid H2N2O2, here N2O. And plus 2 if you check, nitric oxide. Nitric oxide in which oxidation number of nitrogen is plus 2. Plus 4 if you take nitrogen dioxide. Clear na? So these are variable oxidation states exhibited by 15th group elements, in which nitrogen maximum commonly minus 3 plus 3 plus 5. Plus 5 not possible by nitrogen due to absence of vacant d orbitals. Then plus 5 not possible by bismuth due to inert pair effect. But even though with inert pair effect, with a higher electronegative fluorine atom, it can exhibit plus 5. Abnormally you have to remember. Clear na? Plus 5, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony comfortably able to form, whereas nitrogen due to absence of vacant d orbital, bismuth due to inert pair effect could not exhibit plus 5, but abnormally bismuth can exhibit plus 5 oxidation number with a higher electronegative fluorine atom. Clear na? So these are common oxidation numbers, these are abnormal oxidation numbers of nitrogen. Clear na? So due to exhibiting these oxidation numbers, based on this what kind of oxides are able to form, we can check. Right? So generally oxides will be N2O3 or else M2O3 you take. M2O3 and M2O5. M2O3 exhibited by all. M2O3 oxidation number exhibited by all. That will be N, P, AS, SB and BI. All are exhibits this M2O3. Whereas M2O5, N, P, AS, SB, not bismuth. Bi2O5 unstable, exhibited by nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic and antimony. So common oxides of 15th group elements are M2O3 and M2O5. Clear na? In M2O3 and M2O5, nitrogen oxides are monomers only. Nitrogen oxides are monomers, whereas phosphorus, arsenic and antimony, here I will write, see, M2O3 taken twice, where M equal to phosphorus, arsenic and antimony. Clear na? Phosphorus, arsenic, antimony exhibit dimers. The trioxides are dimers. Nothing but here P2O3 taken twice implies P4O6 in that way. AS2O3 taken twice means AS4O6. SB2O3 taken twice, SB4O6. Similarly, M2O5 also taken twice, where here M also phosphorus, arsenic and antimony. That is P2O5 taken twice implies P4O10. Clear na? Like this, here phosphorus, arsenic, antimony oxides are dimers, whereas nitrogen oxides are monomers, as well as bismuth oxide of tri will be also monomer, Bi2O3 only, N2O3 only, but not N4O6. Clear na? Phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, both the tri as well as pentoxides are dimers. In these cases, these two, phosphorus, tri and pentoxides, entrance corner questions they are asking their structure. So in both the cases, observe carefully. Here phosphorus as a tetrahedral corner you try to take. Tetrahedral corner. Here also phosphorus as a tetrahedral corner. Now in between all the phosphorus, one oxygen you link. That is, this is one. It is one. It is one. It also one. Then between these two also one. Between these two also one. Now here every phosphorus is with a lone pair. That is the P4O6. Clear na? P4O6 followed na? In P4O6 the number of POP bonds, like that they are asking. The number of POP bonds. Here 1 POP, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 POP bonds are there. Correct? The number of lone pairs on phosphorus sometimes, or else the total number of lone pairs of electrons are present. Each oxygen is having 2 lone pairs. Each oxygen is having 2 lone pairs. Each phosphorus having 1 lone pair. 4 phosphorus, 4 lone pairs. 6 oxygen, 6 into 2. 12 lone pairs. 12 plus 4. 16 lone pairs of electrons are there. Clear na? Suppose if you come here, here also as a trioxide you try to write an oxygen between all the phosphorus atoms like this, and whereas here dative bond O or double bond O. You have to remember one thing, if excitation state possibility is there, in that case dative bond is equal to double bond. If excitation state possibility is there, in case of nitrogen such possibility is not there, na? Therefore dative bond we should not consider as a double bond. Excitation possibility is there, then the dative bond or coordinate covalent bond we can also treat as double bond. Clear na? In this case the number of POP bonds similar, 6. The number of PO bonds 4. The number of dative bonds 4. The number of pi bonds 4. The number of lone pairs on phosphorus 0. The total number of lone pairs in this, total how many oxygens are there? These are 4, these are 6, 10 are there. 10 into 2, 20 lone pairs. Correct? Every oxygen is 2 lone pairs. Every oxygen 2 lone pairs. Total oxygens 10 are there. 10 into 2, 20 lone pairs total. But on phosphorus lone pairs will be 0. Clear na? So these are here normal oxides. Normal oxides M2O3 and M2O5. Here M2O3 all nitrogens can able to form, whereas N2O5 except bismuth remaining are able to form. In both oxides nitrogen and bismuth, leaving these two, remaining all tri as well as pentoxides are dimers. Clear na? Whereas the trioxide of nitrogen and bismuth will be monomer, and pentoxide of nitrogen also monomer. Okay na? Then leaving those nitrogen oxides, possible nitrogen oxides we have to check. In that case nitrogen N2O is 1, NO, N2O3, NO2, N2O5. These 5 oxides are possible for nitrogen. In them these 2 oxides are neutral oxides. Neutral oxides. These 3 are acidic oxides. Right? Nitrous oxide as well as nitric oxides are neutral in nature, whereas nitrogen trioxide, nitrogen dioxide and nitrogen pentoxide are acidic in nature. One thing you have to remember, generalize also in brain, for non-metal oxides as the non-metallic nature of the central non-metal increases, as the non-metallic nature of central non-metal increases, its oxide acidic nature increases, or its oxide acidic strength increases. Clear na? So as we move from left to right in a period, non-metallic nature increases. Compare with nitrogen. Next, if you come to the chlorine and nitrogen electronegativities are same, but chlorine oxy acids are strong compared with nitrogen. So as the non-metallic nature of the central non-metal increases, its oxide acidic strength increases. One thing, suppose same non-metal, different oxy acids are there, or different oxides are there, like same non-metal, nitrogen, but oxides are different. Right? Same non-metal, different oxides. In that case, as the oxygen ratio of the central non-metal increases, its acidic strength increases. As the oxygen ratio of central non-metal increases, its oxide acidic strength increases. Here these two are neutral, I told. Here +1 and +2. Nothing but two nitrogens collectively sharing one oxygen. Here one nitrogen sharing one oxygen. Compare with nitrous oxide. In nitric oxide, the oxygen ratio to the nitrogen is more. Suppose if technically they asked NO is more acidic than N2O, even though those two are neutral, right? Then here 1.5 nitrogen to the oxygen to the nitrogen. Here 2 nitrogens to the oxygen. Here 2.2 oxygens to the nitrogen. Here 2.5 oxygen to the nitrogen. Correct? Here to the nitrogen half oxygen. Here 1 oxygen. Here 1.5 oxygen. 2 oxygens. 2.5 oxygens. As the oxygen ratio to the central non-metal increases, acidic strength increases. Among all, N2O5 is strong in acidic. Clear na? N2O5 is strong in acidic. If you come here what happens? P2O5 also increases. P2O3, P2O5. Those two are acidic in nature. AS2O3 or AS2O5. Similarly, Sb2O3, Sb2O5. Dimers, they are amphoteric in nature. Nitrogen oxides and phosphorus oxides are acidic in nature. Then arsenic and antimony oxides are amphoteric in nature. Bismuth oxide is basic in nature. Bi2O3 is basic in nature. AS2O3 and Sb2O3, AS2O5 and Sb2O5 are amphoteric in nature. N2O3, N2O5 and P2O3, P2O5 are acidic in nature. Clear na? Both the tri as well as pentoxides of nitrogen and phosphorus are acidic oxides. Then arsenic and antimony tri as well as pentoxides are amphoteric in nature. Bismuth trioxide is basic in nature. Right? Their oxy acids also, if they ask then about oxy acids by keeping in water, you have to determine. Clear na? So those are oxides, and in these oxides again it is what? Laughing gas or hailing gas. N2O is laughing gas or hailing gas, we can say. It is a neutral, and NO, nitric oxide, also neutral. These two comes under neutral, and acidic strength like this it is going to increase. Dinitrogen trioxide or nitrogen sesquioxide, M2O3 type of any oxide we can call as the metal sesquioxide, whereas it is a nitrogen dioxide and dinitrogen pentoxide you can also call as nitrogen pentoxide. Clear na? So in that way here oxides of 15th group elements are going to form. About these oxides, again structures and their preparation, whatever are there, in detail separate study let us do. It is the general chemical characteristics of oxides of nitrogens. Clear na? Hydrides, oxides. Next, halides. Halides. Here halides, if we check, MX3 and MX5 type of halides are able to form. MX3, MX5 type of halides. If you come here MX3, all are able to form, where M equal to nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, even bismuth, with X equal to F, Br, Cl and I. All are possible. MX3 type in which where M equal to N, P, As, Sb and Bi, all are able to form, and X equal to F, Cl, Br and I. Clear na? Means what? NF3 possible, NCl3 possible. In case of nitrogen, these two are difficult, Ni3 and NBr3. Ni3, NBr3 difficult, NF3 okay, NCl3 explosive, but unstable are going to form. If you come MX5, NX5, that is NX5 not possible, BIX5 also not possible, but abnormally BIF5 is possible. Okay, abnormally BIF5 is possible. Leaving these PF5, that is PX5, ASX5 and SBX5 are possible. Right? Either PX5, then ASX5 and SBX5 are possible. Followed up? MX3 all are possible. Then MX5, NX5 as well as BIX5 not possible. NX5 not possible due to absence of vacant d orbitals. BIX5 not possible due to inert pair effect, but abnormally with bismuth fluoride is possible, BIF5. Leaving these two, PX5, ASX5 and SBX5 are possible. Clear na? Here also, if you go to here, PCl, with chlorine it is possible, with bromine also possible, with iodine also possible. Whereas ASX5 if you go, chlorine is possible, bromine also possible, but iodine not possible. If you come here, stability factor I am telling, if you come here, SbCl5, even SbBr5 is difficult, SbI5 difficult. Its meaning is what? As the central atom of nitrogen size increases, as the central atom of nitrogen size increases, with heavier halogens, formation of respective halides will be unstable. Clear na? Br is bigger in size, iodine is bigger in size, Sb is bigger in size. Therefore, Sb with Br, Sb with I as a pentahalides will be difficult. Clear na? So in that way, here MX5 and MX3 type are able to form. In these MX3, in which the central atom also undergo sp3 hybridization with trigonal pyramidal geometry. Correct? MX3, suppose NCl3 is there, even though explosive. Around it how many atoms attached? 3 plus group number, nitrogen ka 5, valency 3 divided by 2, 3 plus 1, 4, sp3 hybridization with 1 lone pair, 3 bond pair. Correct? Presence of 1 lone pair deviates from tetrahedral and it gives trigonal pyramidal geometry. Correct? Trigonal pyramidal geometry with 3 bond pair and 1 lone pair. MX5 all similar, where MX3 all similar. MX5 if you come, trigonal bipyramidal. MX5 here, PCl5 if you take, here this is the central atom, 5 plus 5 minus 5 by 2 na, so total 5 bond pair with 0 lone pair, total pairs are 5, that is S1, P3, D1 or SP3 SP4. In P we can accommodate maximum 3 pairs electrons only, total 5 pairs are there, therefore SP3 dehybridization is a trigonal bipyramidal geometry. Clear na? So in that way, here general halides on which they may ask any question. Particularly you have to remember, with fluorine bismuth can able to form +5 oxidation number BIF5. Okay, due to higher electronegativity of bismuth. These are halides. So hydrides, oxides, halides, and with metals. With metals. With metals, if you come, suppose with calcium, nitrogen is there, it will give Ca3N2. Actually, preparation techniques are different. Here Ca3N2 is possible, Ca3P2 also possible, Zn3Sb2 possible, right? Zn3Sb2, Mg3Bi possible, Bi2 possible, nothing but calcium phosphide, calcium nitride, here zinc antimonide, here magnesium bismuthide. Clear na? All these, if you observe, what you can say, metal M, nicosan, some other symbol if you give. For the nicosan, suppose A symbol if you give. Now M3A2 type of nicosanide is going to form. Correct? Metal nicosanides with active metals. Even sodium if you take, with sodium also, Na3P, sodium phosphide. Correct? Na3P, Ca3P2, Ca3N2, calcium nitride. Even Mg3N2 also possible. Mg3N2, magnesium nitride. Clear na? So like this, here metal nicosanides are able to form. In all these cases, here these are with -3 oxidation number. Correct? This metal +2, +2, +2, +2, +1, +2. Even with aluminum, ALN, aluminum nitride, -3, here +3. Nothing but monovalent metal, divalent metal, and trivalent metals are going to form the respective nicosanides. With metals, nicogens will react to give their respective nicosanides. This aluminum nitride, where you find? In Serpex process you find. Serpex process, silica is present as impurity along with bauxite, white bauxite. By blowing air in which nitrogen will be there. Addition of coke and silica. Addition of coke and silica on strong heating around 1800 degrees Celsius temperature or 2073 Kelvin temperature. Here silica decompose or reduced with coke powder. Any other impurities are there, all will be reduced with the coke powders. The respective carbon monoxide will go out, and whoever silicon is there as a volatile element can escape outside. Only nitrogen and aluminum left over will interact together to give ALN. That ALN, upon hydrolysis with water, ALOH taken thrice with ammonia, ALN with H2O, ALOH taken thrice with ammonia liberation. That ALOH taken thrice is a white precipitate that will be washed, dried, and heated about 1000 degrees Celsius temperature to give pure alumina. Correct? So all these metal nicosanides are metal nicosanides upon hydrolysis with water to give their respective hydride of nicosan. All these metal nicosanides, when subjected to hydrolysis with water, to liberate their respective hydride of nicosan. Suppose either phosphorus is there. Here phosphorus hydride is phosphine. Here nitrogen is there. Nitrogen hydride NH3. Here bismuth hydride BiH3. Here antimonide hydride SbH3. Clear na? Like this, all the metal nicosanides, when hydrolysis with water, to liberate the respective nicosan hydride. Along with that, metal hydroxides. Correct? All metal hydroxides are able to form. This general concept you have to remember. Magnesium nitride upon hydrolysis with water, ammonia liberates. Calcium phosphide upon hydrolysis with water, zinc phosphide upon hydrolysis with water, ZnOH taken twice with phosphine. Zinc phosphide is a composition of rat poison. Rat poison is there na? that is a zinc phosphide. So in that way, here all nicogens reacts with the metals to give their respective metal nicogenides. So these are general chemical characteristics of 15th group elements. Yesterday what we covered, physical characteristics. Now today what we covered, general chemical characteristics. Okay, na? So next, in 15th group, the compounds who are given in your syllabus, those compounds we have to study regarding that preparation properties uses. Preparation properties uses will be there, in which the first one, nitrogen you have. Nitrogen N2. Separate preparation by laboratory methods we can do, but industrially in atmospheric air itself around 80, 79 point something percentage of nitrogen will be there in atmospheric air, correct? From which only we have to collect. So that is industrial manufacture of the nitrogen. Actually nitrogen boiling point is 77.2 Kelvin, 2 or 6, 77 point. So now boiling Kelvin, that is not Celsius, nothing but 2 less, very very less negative temperatures. Celsius may negative temperature. So therefore nitrogen when we convert into liquid state, that is a liquid nitrogen. If it is liquid, then only we can boil it, no? Then only we can boil it. So therefore liquid nitrogen, that is the liquid air also we can say. This air whatever is there, air we have to liquefy. Liquefied air we can say. Liquefied air mainly contains what? Nitrogen, oxygen, main contents. Right? So now oxygen boiling point 90 Kelvin, whereas nitrogen boiling point 77.2 Kelvin. Now at 77.2 Kelvin when we heat this liquid air, then nitrogen will be evaporate out. Liquid state existing nitrogen evaporate at 77.2 Kelvin. Therefore whatever vapors of the nitrogen will be separated out, those again if we condense liquid nitrogen we will get. So this atmospheric air whoever is there, we must liquefy by imposing low temperature. Very low temperature impose and then convert total liquid air into this atmospheric air into liquid air. Once liquid air is in with us, then heat it up to the boiling point of nitrogen. So boiling point of nitrogen is very less. So therefore liquid nitrogen minus 200, nearly minus 200 or minus 197 degrees Celsius is its boiling point. Water is at 0 degrees Celsius, convert into ice. Ice is how much cold everyone you are experienced. That is at 0 degrees Celsius. Minus 193 degrees Celsius you imagine, or nearly minus 200 degrees Celsius. The temperature is very very cool. We cannot able to hold. Right? We cannot able to hold. Ice, couple of minutes holding will be very difficult. Whatever the kinetic motion is there, blood circulation will arrest, stop there only. Blood circulation nahi rahta. Therefore if we beat there, kuch bhi nahi hota. That police people will their third degree applies. कैसा? Ice locks body में रख के उन्होंने उनका लाठी से मारते. So तब उन्होंने मेरा को कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है बोलते. Because at 0 degrees Celsius, at 0 degrees Celsius blood circulation is not there. For us also if blood circulation is not there, by holding ice, if we beat, nothing will happen. Their sensitivity also, sensation nahi raheta, because blood circulation stops. That is at minus 200 degrees Celsius if you go, kuch bhi nahi hota. Therefore that liquid nitrogen is going to use in cryosurgeries. That is a cryogenic engines में high temperature, a lot of heat liberated will be controlled, and surgery is also going to do with the liquid nitrogen. किधर क्या तो एक सर्जरी होना, उधर लिक्विड नाइट्रोजन अप्लाई करते सर्जरी कर देते, हमारा को कुछ भी मालूम नहीं होता. Instead of giving anesthesia, liquid nitrogens are using some surgeries. Clear na? Like this, industrially nitrogen gas is going to manufacture. One is from liquid air. Then second, laboratory methods. It is actually first discovered by Rutherford. Nitrogen discovered by Rutherford, and one is from liquid air industrially, and second laboratory ammonium salts. When ammonium salts are treated with sodium nitrite, ammonium salts when treated with sodium nitrite, here nitrogen gas is going to manufacture. See, NH4Cl, ammonium chloride. That ammonium chloride when treated with sodium nitrite, here what happens? Cl with Na, as NaCl will go out. Correct? Cl with Na as NaCl. Then ammonium nitrite only na? NH4 plus and NO2 minus. Ammonium nitrite. That ammonium nitrite in which whoever two oxygens are there, these two oxygens go with 4 hydrogens as 2 moles of water. 2 oxygens go with 4 hydrogens as 2 moles of water. Left over, here one nitrogen, here one nitrogen. Therefore, liberate the nitrogen gas by giving 2 moles of H2O. Clear na? Here, ammonium salt when treated with sodium nitrite. So, here we can generalize. Even suppose if we have ammonium nitrite itself, ammonium nitrite salt if itself it is there, on heating it decomposes to liberate nitrogen gas with 2 moles of water. Clear na? So ammonium salt with sodium nitrite. So we can generalize as any ammonium salt with metal nitrite. Instead of sodium, here magnesium nitrate they may give, potassium nitrate they may give. Instead of ammonium chloride, ammonium sulfate they may give. Clear na? So what is the generalization here? Any ammonium salt. So for us ammonium cation is essential, and with any metal nitrite, nitrate anion is essential. Ammonium salt with metal nitrite, these two combine to give what? Ammonium nitrite. Once ammonium nitrite is in our hand, that on heating decomposes to liberate the nitrogen gas. Clear na? So generalization here what? Any ammonium salt when heated with metal nitrite liberate the nitrogen gas. Clear na? So in our book they written this only. Along with that any other if they given, then we must in a position to do. Here along with this nitrogen there is a possibility of formation of nitric oxide and HNO3 also, trace amount. Trace means very less. Trace amount of nitric oxide and HNO3 also forming possibility is there during this reaction. So in order to remove that NO and HNO3, in order to remove that, all these gases are going to pass through dilute sulfuric acid having potassium dichromate. Dilute sulfuric acid having potassium dichromate. Through that solution, when we pass these products, in these products whoever NO and HNO3 are getting, those get absorbed by the dilute sulfuric acid and potassium dichromate, leaving pure nitrogen gas. Followed up? Along with nitrogen, if there is a possibility of getting as NO and HNO3, to remove that NO and HNO3, these products should pass through dilute sulfuric acid having potassium dichromate. Purification will be done. Clear na? So this is from ammonium salt. And the next, by heating ammonium dichromate also, ammonium dichromate on heating undergo decompose. Here what will be takes place? Nitrogen is going to liberate N2. Once nitrogen is there, how many hydrogens are there here? 2, 4, there 8 hydrogens are there. 8 hydrogens takes 4 oxygens from O7. Thus 4 moles of H2O. Now here 3 oxygens left, 2 chromiums are left. Therefore chromium oxide. Clear na? Ammonium dichromate on heating undergo decompose to liberate the nitrogen gas along with water and chromium oxide. This gas will be separate out. So on heating ammonium dichromate also we are going to get nitrogen. Next from azides, azide, that is the barium azide is there. Barium azide. Barium azide is this only na? BaN3 taken twice. Barium azide. That barium azide on heating will give Ba plus 3 and 2. Azides on heating, not only barium, sodium azide it may be. Any metal azide. Metal azide on heating decompose to liberate the high nitrogen gas. Among all, the purest form of the nitrogen can be obtained from azide decomposition. One time in examination, entrance examination, they asked which among the following method is applied to get pure form of the nitrogen, that is azide. Azides on heating undergo decompose to liberate nitrogen gas is the pure form of the nitrogen is going to get. Clear na? So these methods are adopted to you in preparation of nitrogen, NCERT. Clear na? Follow simple. One is from liquid air, second from any ammonium salt with metal nitrite heating, third one here in this again the purification also we have to do simultaneously along with the nitrogen gas and these products. There is a possibility of yielding NO and HNO3. Those are going to removed by passing this mixture through dilute sulfuric acid containing potassium dichromate. Clear na? Then ammonium dichromate on heating decompose to liberate the nitrogen gas, and any azide on heating decompose to liberate the nitrogen gas. Clear na? So what are the properties and the physical properties, chemical properties, uses are there, see, that we will see in the next class. Most probably tomorrow that 3 days continuous postponement taking place, so that depends on persons also, technicians. So today by evening any how they are going to arrange that tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday and Friday we are going to conclude. If not again 99% I am telling. If 1% if that is not arranged, it's a continuation we are going to get, and yourself from MTG you have to prepare all the bits. I think already you prepared. If anybody are not there, you should not depend on me, because there such a type of on me depending questions are not there. As it is remembering are there. Any 2 to 5% of the questions if are there, those we will explain. Even without entrance discussion also, if time permits, you should get ready to write the test on Sunday, coming Sunday. Many Sundays will be there, coming Sunday only. Right, best of luck.